call is being recorded.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Phyllis Nash. This is the Diamond Factory, guys, where we all gather together each morning, Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m., just for a little time of inspiration and positivity before you get your day started. First of all, I'd like to thank each and every one of you that prayed for my sister. We know that prayer makes a difference, and she is doing well. Pray for me because I was worn out, beat down, and tired, and I got some rest after spending 48 hours in the emergency room and then being at the hospital. So thank you for all those prayers because I got through, was able to go to work yesterday, help get some of those orders out. And guys, before I bring on our phenomenal Dr. Roz, who really touched my heart yesterday, just gave me a reason to keep on going and being so thankful for the community and culture that we're in here at Wakana for her prayers. I just want to tell you that we're going to do something phenomenally special, and that's that we're going to have our Super Saturday. Yes, we're going to have a Super Saturday on the 17th of the month, December. And I know you guys said, wow, people are going to be getting into Christmas. And yeah, they are. But you need to bless them. I'm saying bless them. Be confident in what you are doing. Bless them with the opportunity of Wakana, with the opportunity to be able to close out their year with a home-based business that'll allow them to have tax benefits. Bless them with some knowledge on something that they can use to become healthy and wealthy. So yes, I want you to know that on December 6, 2006, I met Melissa Boston. She showed me a business where I could have my life freedom, which was what I wasn't having. The finances were great, but there was no time freedom. Guys, and I took that business, was coachable, looked at the system she gave me, and in the month of December, in my first month in the business, did $29,750. So don't say people aren't interested in doing things in December because they are. So we're going to be in the markets. We will definitely be here in Chicago and have an all-star lineup doing trainings. We'll be in Boston, Massachusetts. We'll be in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. We'll be in another location in Maryland. We will be in Dallas, Texas. We will be in Houston, Texas. We will be in Arizona, Anthem, Arizona. You'll get all of this in a flyer. And with that being said, I might have left out a thing, but you'll have a whole list with flyers coming out within the next few days. But now go and start inviting people to an event on December the 17th, Super Saturday. There will be a presentation, and then afterwards it'll be a training. It will go from 10 to 3. So with that being said, I want to give it to Dr. Roz. I'm sorry I used some of your time, but we need to be talking about this until we have a full house, guys. And each market, those teams will be conducting the presentation, they'll be conducting their training, and then we're going to do a virtual to get a special message about our industry from our new phenomenal Emerald, Javarius Wright. With that being said, take it back, Dr. Roz.
All right, Phyllis. Thank you. Listen, we're so grateful for you, and we're grateful for all that you do for us and how you represent. And we're constantly praying for you and your family and everybody else, as a matter of fact. We spontaneously shared something yesterday, and I didn't forget to mention to you, Phyllis, that we needed to check on Coach Dan because we didn't hear him yesterday. So I wanted to make sure that everything was okay with him. But here's what I want to share with you this morning, because I thought about this when I woke up. And whatever your faith is, whatever your belief is, I have to tap into truth. There's a truth that many of us have heard about, and that truth is that faith cometh by hearing. And whatever you keep hearing, you will attract. Let me say that again. Whatever you keep hearing, you will attract. But the all important question is when? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, okay, when am I going to attract it, Dr. Ross? And I was in church one Sunday, and my pastor, his son had been sick, and God really gave his son a miracle. But the thing was, it didn't happen immediately. And so the question is, when do we attract it? When do we attract our place called success, or that business partner, or that customer? When do you attract it? You're going to attract it either immediately or eventually. Now, everybody wants the immediate, because see, immediately means at once, instantly, without lapse of time. Eventually means in the end, after a long delay, dispute, or a series of problems. But everybody wants immediately, because we live in this society. We live in this microwave society. But I want to share this today. I want you to think about this. I want you to take a look at the farmer, because we can learn a lot from the farmer. See, the farmer plants seeds with the knowledge and the assurance that if he plants the seed, there will be a harvest. No doubt in his mind. Otherwise, he's not planting the seed. He doesn't plant with any doubt in his mind, because he knows, watch this, the purpose of the seed. He knows that the purpose of the seed is to what? Reproduce something. The purpose of the seed is to produce likeness of its own kind. Now, what else does the farmer know? He knows that there is activity underground that he cannot see before there is activity that he can see. Did you get that? How does he know this? He knows this because that's the purpose of the seed. He doesn't become negative. He doesn't become and allow negativity because he doesn't see any activity from the seeds he's planted. But he also doesn't just do nothing while he's waiting for the manifestation of the seed. So what does the farmer do? Does he pray? Maybe. But I'm fixing to make a statement that might throw you. Prayer alone won't do it. Prayer alone would not be good enough to produce the seed. See, the farmer understands the process of germination, the beginning of the growth of a seed into a seedling. That's what germination is. And germination takes watering, it takes oxygen, it takes the right temperature, it takes the right timing. There's some dormancy that takes place in the midst of the germination. And there's some steps that have to be taken over and over and over and over and over again before you ever get to harvest. Sometimes it happens immediately, but it will happen eventually. So he knows that the sowing, there's going to be, you've got to have some irrigation after you sow the seed. In other words, you got to water it. You got to water the seed. That's what we do when we follow up. We're watering those seeds when we follow up. We've heard it over and over again. The fortune is in the follow up. He's got to deal with the weeding, because sometimes weeds get in whatever that thing is that's growing. Unnecessary plants. Oh my God. We have so many unnecessary thoughts, some unnecessary situations that we deal with. Unnecessary. I mean, it doesn't make any doggone sense for us to allow some of the thoughts that come in our head, that we allow to entertain into our spirits, that hinder our business. Unnecessary. Petty stuff. See, we got to deal with those problems, those issues, and those concerns that hinder the flow of our business. And then the farmer knows it's at some point he's going to harvest. And did you guys know that it costs and it takes more to harvest than it does to sow? It takes more money, it takes more time. I mean, just think about what took place when we were in the crunch of ending the founding member. It took more hours, it took more of your time, but it was harvest time. It took more work, it took more effort. You had less sleep. So see, it takes more to harvest. So don't think just because you sow the seed, oh, harvest time is just going to be hunky-dory. No, you got to put the extra work in when it's harvest time. So Wakanda Nation, I'm going to leave you with this. We're farmers and we're sowing seeds. But here's the thing. You don't know which one will come up first. When you talk about Hempranium or Hemp MD, you're sowing seeds. When you talk about extreme pain relief or Dr. Rita's rub, you're sowing seeds. When you talk about hemp powered hair or SOS, you're sowing seeds. When you talk about essential oils or essential defense, you're sowing seeds. When you talk about the flat belly lifestyle, you're sowing seeds. When you talk about this weekend coming, the soul massage, you're sowing seeds. When you start getting on and inviting people to our super Saturday, you are sowing seeds. When you say, I'm going to have a super Saturday in my city, regardless of how long you've been here, regardless of what you're doing, you say, okay, I want a super Saturday. I want every city and every state in Wakanda that represents to have a super Saturday. You are sowing seeds. When you get on your website and you get the Secret Santa packages that are still there that you need to get very, very quickly, because you got about 7 days to get those orders in so that they'll be shipped in time. Matter of fact, don't wait 7 days. Don't wait till the last minute, because our shipping department is working like beavers. So that's sowing seeds. And I'm going to leave you with this, and I'm going to give it back to Phyllis. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verses 1 through 6 in the Amplified. I'm going to read it to you in the Amplified. Now, whether you believe in the Bible, whatever your belief is, whatever your higher power is, and whatever your truth, I hope you have a truth that you believe in. In the Amplified, it says this: cast your bread on the surface of the waters. Be diligently active. Make thoughtful decisions, for you will find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 or even divide it to 8, for you do not know what misfortune may occur on the earth. If the clouds are full of rain, they empty themselves on the earth. And if a tree falls toward the south or toward the north, in the place where the tree falls, there it lies. He who watches the wind, hear this, he who watches the wind, waiting for all conditions to be perfect, will not sow seed. And he who looks at the clouds will not reap a harvest. Just as you do not know the way and path of the wind, or how the bones are formed in the womb of a pregnant woman, even so you do not know the activity of God who makes all things. Sow your seed in the morning. Do not be idle with your hands in the evening, for you do not know whether morning or evening planting will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both alike will be good, immediately or eventually. Back to you, Phyllis.
Oh my goodness. I love, love, love that, Dr. Ross. It is so true, everything that you said. And we've just seen it. We witnessed what she just explained, guys, because some of you showed up and showed out at the 11th hour, but those were seeds planted, and it was time for harvest. So it was that team No Sleep, but it was worth it. It was worth it to so many of you. I did not tell you also Louisiana will be in that Super Saturday lineup. If anybody around the country wants to also do something, guys, you can do an event in your home, do a presentation. You know, you are worthy. You are able to do that because you have team members, new founding members that need the training. Guys, I tell you, the week I met Melissa and got busy in that business, there was no leadership in our area. So I started hosting things at my home, as is several of our leaders around the country doing this Super Saturday. But this is a time to close out the year. Make sure your new founders are on the right track. Get everybody on board for showing up and showing out in 2023 with our 21-day cleanse. You know that's what's going to be on people's minds. So why not get them using your product? And Super Saturday is an excellent day to introduce it, get it out there, and let people already know their plan is made for starting January 1. And so, Dr. Ross, thank you for always for everything that you do. That message was astounding. And to let you know, Bernadine just texted me and said, Coach Dan was on a plane yesterday and it didn't land on time. So that's why he was not on the call. So, with that being said, God is good and He is good all the time. See you back here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and go out and have a Wakanda kind of day. Bye now.